sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. McManus about ready to get us started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard, and they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to put the lead up 2 more. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Elliott. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Bridgewater on first down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Bridgewater. That's checked down to Gordon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Randy Gregory in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Melvin Gordon, 30 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Prescott now. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Prescott on first down, sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 6 yards left on second down. Throwing, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
That is caught inside the 5. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw again. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Prescott to throw it. Escaping the... And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, They've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Bridgewater again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action now. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. And they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Clement. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st down, Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Bridgewater on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that's checked down to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First carry for James Conner, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Elliott, toss right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Toss left to Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Prescott off play action. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The give to Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive will start with Connor. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he's got some space here. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, What was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. One extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Prescott yet again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schultz. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Prescott now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Prescott on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Schultz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And he's got his man on the out route. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Elliott running left. Powers through him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That was earning a 1st down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that 1st down by taking a big-time hit.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 10-yard touchdown run. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On play action, it's Murray. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Murray now. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw, Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Murray. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Cowboys 22, Cardinals 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a
and now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got Green. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw, Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set.
And a loose football. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing is Allen on third. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Bulldozes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Ain't doing nothing.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On play action, Allen flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Play action, now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And again, it's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One quarter down, 8-0 to score. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Klein, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, this to Jarwin. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Prescott now. And he's got his big tight end here. And stop. Ford's coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. Hook up of 15 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the 1st, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 44, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. This is Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 6.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. They'll try to throw now. Prescott forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Eight 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. To the air, Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Trevon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Steps away to his left.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over and see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now Allen. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
The kick by Bass is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Prescott's throw there, caught by Gallup.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Prescott on the move to his left. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trevon Diggs. Well timed. Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now they'll throw with Allen. Rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On the give, this is Singletary. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Singletary again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Singletary. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Devin Singletary taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Toss left to Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. $6-0 our score after 1. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott running right through him. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen going to throw. And there's the former Cowboy, Cole Beasley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley. 31 yards, and the Bills will extend their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Prescott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Dallas. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 5-yard line.
Man, I got you. Kill.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Buying time to us. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have
touchdown. Blake Jarwin from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40.
Isaiah McKenzie.
He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it up.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Taron Johnson made the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott now. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Allen off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down.